Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. Gervonta Tank Davis gets ready for his pay-per-view debut. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, the channel donations, and also the Patreon patrons. We working. Now, August 26th, Mayweather versus Mcgregor. They put some interesting fights on it. I think Badu Jack versus Nathan Cleverly. That's a good first fight for Badu Jack, who's moving up to light heavyweight. I mean, he's not going to go up and immediately fight Kovalev or somebody. And even Kovalev, he just comes off a loss and he got stopped. So, you know what I mean? We don't know what Kovalev wants to do. However, since it's still kind of midway through the year, I think that could be a future fight. If Kovalev comes back in like December or something, November, December, and Badu Jack beats Cleverly, maybe we'll get something like that. But that's a fight. They have Sean Porter fighting Thomas Delorme on the prelims. And of course you have Gervonta Tank Davis, who's the co-main event to this pay-per-view. Now, he's fighting a guy, Francisco Fonseca, little known, but he is undefeated. He hasn't really had any big names or step-ups. Some people they're really hating because, and the reason I say hating is it's okay to not know who a guy is or whatnot, but some of them same people had no problems with Lomachenko, who just fought, literally just fought the same month in August, and he's fighting a guy from a lower weight division off of a loss. And in that loss, he was knocked down, and that was Miguel Mariaga got knocked down by Oscar Valdez. Not to mention he had lost before that to Nicholas Walters, and he was from 126 moving up to 130. Now, Tank Davis, as I said when this first was announced, he's fighting frequently. This is his third fight for the year. One was a mandatory, the other was a title shot, which he captured the title by stopping a guy who was taller than him, had way more experience. If you guys know the division, Edner Cherry is solid. He's a good fighter, and he got cracks. And Jose Pedraza beat him. You know what I mean? Some people thought it might have went the other way, but I mean, he beat him. So he's a vet. He stopped Tevin Farmer, things like that. A lot of people want to see Tank Davis, but you got to give credit for Tank for being active. He fought the guy that beat the guy. People want, like I said, Tevin Farmer's my dude. Shout out to him. But early in his career, he lost to Jose Pedraza. These are facts. You can go to BoxRec and find that out. Plus, people got to be realistic. My dude Tevin is recovering. He got shot in the hand in some kind of altercation, so he wouldn't be able to fight anyway. Even if they would have had made this fight with Tevin Farmer, if they made it for this card, after that incident, he wouldn't be in fighting shape. I mean, this shit just happened when it happened literally the night of Broner Garcia, right? Because I was in New York and I got the text, and it was like, "Oh, did you hear about Tevin?" I'm like, "What happened?" And then someone sent me a screenshot or a picture of him in a hospital bed handcuffed. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give the kid some slack. Tank is still young too, 22. Obviously, Leonard Ellerbe, Mayweather Promotions, Floyd Mayweather, they have a goal for him. They have a plan. They're building him up. They're giving him the right, you know what I mean, pro-level fights. And when you're a champion, you're a champion. But again, he just satisfied a mandatory obligation when he fought Liam Walsh, and he knocked him out easy work. So not every fight is going to be the toughest fight, but like I said, I can assure you, many of the critics, if you go look at if they have channels, if they're writers, go look at their past work, and it's probably critical of Floyd, like overly critical of Floyd Mayweather and all his picks, like when Floyd was fighting Berto, but they weren't mad when Pacquiao was fighting Jeff Horn, things like that. They're not mad at Lomachenko fighting Miguel Mariaga. And the funny thing is, some people say Lomachenko would chew up Tank Davis, but guess what? Doesn't that make it worse? A guy with 400 amateur fights basically, and you hold him in that high of a regard. So Tank Davis, some people say he'll get chewed up by Lomachenko. So shouldn't you hold the guy who you're saying is pound for pound #1, like HBO? Shouldn't you hold them to a higher standard? Like, if he's so skilled, then that makes it even more of a mismatch, doesn't it? See, you guys get back. I told you in January this wasn't going to be a good year for a lot of y'all. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Because what you say, no matter what way you try to go with it, you always end up painting yourselves into a corner. You say Lomachenko would destroy Tank and all this. But then why weren't you upset when he fought a guy from a lower weight division coming off a recent April 22nd, 2017 loss, and you have him as #1 pound for pound? When Floyd was #1 pound for pound, people were highly critical. Oh, he's fighting a slow, flat-footed Maidana. And they were critical of that. Berto, they were critical of that. Pacquiao, they were critical of that, saying it should have happened 5 years before. You know what I'm saying? But Lomachenko can fight whoever he wants. See, you guys aren't consistent, and that's where you always fail. For me, I'm realistic. I know Tank. Shout out to Tank. This is not like I can separate personal relationships. I know a lot of people. You know what I mean? I can separate that from the business, and I can also give critique. But the reason I'm saying this is, again, the guy fought in January of this year for a title, knocked the person out, Pedraza, to get the title, who had more experience than him and title defenses, was taller. Then he was obligated to fight Liam Walsh. That was the clause. No matter who won, Pedraza or Davis, they had to go, just Google it. The IBF said, we'll let you pass with this because it's a big fight, Mayweather promotion. It's a big card, Badu, Jack, James DeGale card. We'll let you take this mandatory or non-mandatory, but winner has to fight Liam Walsh. So you can't fault him for fighting Liam Walsh because that was a mandatory obligation for the winner. Just like if Vladimir Klitschko did not retire, that was going to be an exemption for the IBF because Joshua has mandatories and Kubrat Pulev and Luis King Kong Ortiz. So he's going to have to basically back burner Kubrat Pulev to fight Vladimir Klitschko. Now, the only reason that's not happening is because Vladimir Klitschko retired. But they were going to try to squeeze that fight in, just like Pedraza Tank. But the rule was that the winner of Pedraza Tank Davis had to fight Liam Walsh. So he did that, and now he's fighting the third time, first pay-per-view. I mean, I can't knock the kid. I can't knock his team for that. And from my understanding, Orlando Salido was a person of interest, and also Rocky Martinez. And Salido's injured, so you can't. How's that Tank's fault? You know what I mean? Miguel Berchelt. A lot of people don't know this, but Miguel Berchelt, Google it. See, I cover boxing, so I know my shit, because this is what I do. But anyway, he's injured, and they said he might not even come back till 2018. So Tevin Farmer got shot. Miguel Berchelt is injured. Google it, and they said he might not even return until 2018. Lomachenko just had his own fight with a guy in a lighter division, Miguel Mariaga, so he wouldn't be able to fight by the 26th. Orlando Salido is hurt. Tevin, like I said, Tevin Farmer got shot. So when you really start boiling down the division, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, would you be that? Takashi Miura retired. You know what I mean? He didn't do nothing. Francisco Vargas, I don't know where he's at. Probably taking a break from all them wars and getting stopped by Berchelt in January, right? And plus, what does that do for Tank? I mean, he's fighting another Mexican or Mexican-American guy who's undefeated. So what is fighting a beltless Francisco Vargas really going to do for him? They'll just say, oh, he's had too many wars with Salido and Berchelt and Takashi Miura. So, I mean, if you really look at the division, that's who he's supposed to. I mean, he's supposed to stay busy with somebody. So I'm not mad at it. But Eagle Weight Watchers, aka Ill Tank's looking in shape. You guys see the picture. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.